borrow money, and he never come back. And he see you, hey, you got $3? Andy, hey, you got $5? I said, do you know that you're working to get the fucking same problem with our kids and everything?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what he said. You want to record this? You know, he came to me, he said one day, he said, Andy, what's the difference between a Puerto Rican and a cue ball? So I said, I don't know. He said, the harder you hit them, the better the English. So that's a Puerto Rican. If you hit them hard, you get better English out of them.
Crazy.
Just like the cue ball when you spin it. So he was all funny. He said, he owed everybody money when he left. Even the guy in the delicatessen. And now I bet all the Puerto Ricans never asked you for that. And this guy said, you really? He said, man, I gave him like a couple of $100. And then Shaughnessy. You know what Shaughnessy told me? Listen to this. Shaughnessy told me that he hit a Puerto Rican with the bus. And he called the supervisor to fill out a report. Irish guy Shaughnessy. The supervisor said, what are you wasting our fucking... Supervisor said, what are you wasting our time for? You hit a Puerto Rican, big deal. Wow. He said, next week I hit a watermelon, they made me fill out a report. You don't get it, see, yes,
that's fucked up.
A watermelon.
A watermelon was more important than the Puerto Rican.
That's fucked up.
That is.
No, it's a fucked up, but that's the way these guys, that's the way these guys talk, right? I said,
I don't know. He's the one that said, "Don't hide the wallet." I didn't say that.
No,
he did.
The
racist Polak said that. The racist Polak said
that. My Uncle Stevie was
that.
called Polak. That's what they used to call my Uncle Stevie, Polak, because he was Czechoslovakian. My mother's Czechoslovakian German. They used to call him Polak. But let me tell you something. One day I was playing chess with this Jewish guy, right? And we always used to play. So he started talking shit about Puerto Rican. I said, let me ask you something. How many Puerto Rican people did shit to you? He said, none. I said, if anybody shouldn't be talking shit, it's a Jewish guy. The Germans don't like you. The Arabics don't like you. Even God punished your ass. Put you in the desert for 25 fucking years. Why are you going to talk about Puerto Ricans? You never did nothing to them. He said, you right, Andy. You right. He was an older man at the time than me. So, my point is, oh, you want to know another funny story? Every time you hear something, the guy said, you ever saw the Bowery Boys? I'm sure you watched that. You ever saw West Side Story?
Yeah.
So then you know a lot of stuff in life. You ain't older than me.
I love that movie.
How old are you?
52.
Well, I'm way older than you. Now let me just explain something to you. If you saw West Side Story, you saw the Puerto Ricans on the building dancing with coats and ties. The Bowery Boys had shit. So they said that the Puerto Ricans made the slums. The Bowery Boys was there in 1900. The Puerto Ricans started coming in 1950. And then you'll know this. Do you know that little skinny roach that runs around, the fast little roach?
Yeah.
Because there's different ones. You know what they call the roaches?
La cucaracha.
No. Yeah, that's what the white people want. You know what it really is? My mother grew up by the East River. My mother's German. You know what it was called then? My mother was on the city. Oh no, my mother was on the Upper East Side, up in the 80s. That was called Germanville. Do you know? I gave you a hint. What that roach is?
German.
That's a German roach.
German roach.
That's right. Go look it up. The Puerto Ricans didn't bring that roach here. That roach was here in 1900 when the Polacks came in. It wasn't. Look that up and you'll see. That's a true story. And look, you'll see he's the skinny fast ones, not the little ones that look like watermelon seeds.
Yeah.
The little, they had a little head and then a fat body. Yeah. The skinny ones that was fast.
Right.
That were German roaches. So
forget the Super Bowl.
Forget the Super Bowl.
Anything to say?